Welcome to part 5 of Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends, and now it's time for us to end Pang De's playthrough with the Battle of Fan Castle.
The Battle of Mount Dingjun also ended in a Wei victory. However, Shu refused to yield and proceeded to attack Fan Castle in Xing. Finally, Liu Bei's trusted Guan Yu came to Xing, leading the attack. At last, the God of War himself has come to face me. In order to aid Cao Ren at Fan Castle, I have marched night and day. I must hurry. I shall take my twin halberds and protect my allies, while defeating my enemies.
Cao Ren shall serve as the commander for this battle at Fan Castle. I can only hope that he can fulfill his duties for our lord who is far away in Xuchang. The enemy commander is Guan Yu. He is likely to try and use the rain in his attack against us. Focus on holding your position and striking only when the time is right. Pang De, Fan Castle, and the lands of Xing are imperative to our cause. We cannot afford to lose either one of them. You must defend them with your life. Keep Shu at bay.
So now, Wu is begging for our help. So they fear Guan Yu that much. Guan Yu, this time, nobody can stop us. Not even you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go after the God of War himself, Guan Yu. But you have to make sure you're fully prepared because, see, this is normally a last level. And last levels for certain people in this game is more than likely going to be tough. You're probably going to be losing your life multiple times, or at least being dropped down to almost nothing until you find some healing item. But whatever the case, the main focus should be looking out for Guan Ping, because you need to get to him as soon as humanly possible. I thought my level at level 8 was enough for me to do that. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. But whatever the case, folks, we're going to go on ahead and we're going to proceed with the actual mission, so let us begin. Now, there's one other thing you want to do while you're doing this mission. You want to make sure Ren, Cao Ren is okay. I almost said Ren, but still. If Cao Ren actually falls, there goes the mission right there. So with that said, you just capture the bases adjacent, and that will probably actually trigger the flood scene. But if you don't want the flood scene, and you just want to get to the guy, you can. You just have a short period of time before Guan Ping closes the floodgates and floods all of God damn it, what was it? Fan Castle. God damn it, there it is. And here's the thing. If there's a flood in Fan Castle, guess what? Cao Ren is trapped. Cao Ren is going to be a sitting duck. And the last thing you need is for Cao Ren to be a sitting duck. Especially since most of his officers are walking in inspired. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that, I was having a little bit of a coughing fit there. But I'm alright now. Let's go on ahead and hop on the horse and try to deal with as many bases as humanly possible, because the goal is to keep Cao Ren safe. You think it's gonna be easy? No, it's not. And sorry, I have a little bit of indigestion, almost hiccup there. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is, I need to make sure that there are no, and I repeat, nobody coming over to Cao Ren's base. Because if they get in and the flood happens, well, guess what? Xiahou Dun is isolated until the battle is either gone to the point where a ship starts rolling in, or they're isolated until he's dead. And we cannot have that. And I jumped on the wrong horse like an idiot. So on that note, I was trying to also get some reinforcements. Eventually they're going to show up. But the only thing that's the main objective is to get rid of the officer near the floodgates. There'll be no floods, and afterwards you'll be just fine. You think that's going to be easy, right? No. Guan Ping is at high morale, and that means you're going to have to take him down eventually. And he'll be a challenge because he's backed up by Guan Sua. Guan Sua is not unlocked in, or at least not a character in this game, he's a generic officer. But nonetheless, the whole point is to try to chop down as much morale as humanly possible. It won't stop the officer from having like 2 or 3 bars of health, but chopping down the morale works just fine. And now then, we've got that out of the way. We need to just try to take the rest of these bases here. By the way, the main objective for this, I think for Lu Meng, is to defeat Guan Ping and Guan Sua in order to get his weapon. And for Guan Yu, the flood attack has to work. I think that's the only... I think the flood attack has to work, and he has to defeat... was it Sao? No. I know it was I'm trying to think of who he had to defeat. Oh right, I think it was Pang Da. He had to defeat Pang Da at a matter of seconds.
Could they be planning a water attack?
Unfortunately, I just happened to found out that, oh crap, they're at the floodgates. While I was over there trying to make myself a way to where I won't have to worry about being ransacked, they're at the floodgates. And then there's Guan Sua. So I'm going to have to take care of Guan Sua first in order for me to actually deal with Guan Ping. So why am I dealing with Guan Sua? That's to lower the morale and take less damage. But that means we're also running out of time. Come here, you. Die. Just die. Thank you.
The enemy cringes in fear.
Even though Guan Sua will actually not like kick the bucket per se in the actual game, Dynasty Warrior 7, I mean, he's just going to escape and make it in time, where he'll actually show up in the end of the, like near the end of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, where he's fighting mostly against Wei, and I think he probably, well, canonically, he's not even a real person. But in Romance, I think he lasts until Tian Shui. That's the last time you'll ever see anything about Guan Sua, because I think Guan Xing takes over, and Shang Bao doesn't even make it out of the battle somewhere along the lines. And speaking of people making out of the battle, by God, I underestimated Guan... Oh God! I underestimated Guan Ping severely. And I had to do as much damage to him as humanly possible. Unfortunately, I was in the midst of killing him. And you know what? I should have. I should have killed him. And then I was about to get swamped. See, I should have just went there and just fought back, but here we go. I'm about to get ransacked. And this is on normal. Oh, there's health there. And I'm about to die and all this. Damn it. Come on, dude. Get up. Get up. I have to head for higher ground. No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Crap. Oh, it's even worse. I'm almost dead, and the flood's about to happen.
Waters of war, rush forth to devour Fan Castle.
Well, so much for that. I may have accidentally pressed the start button somewhere along the line later on because I was trying so hard to get back to Xiahou Dun, but more importantly get my health back, because one more hit, I am dead. Look, I have literally no health left. I got ambushed badly there, and I got wrecked badly. Here I am just scrambling for health. I could just go back and get Guan Ping, but here's the messed up part about all this. Guan Ping actually has the health up that I needed. That's the worst part of this. He has the plus 10, and Yu Jin is literally making work of him. The funny part is, in Romance of the Three Kingdoms and Dynasty Warriors, normally he's the first one to surrender. Oh, now I get some recovery, but as soon as I do, guess what? The boats are there made for Guan Yu to ransack Xiahou Dun. I can't let that happen, because Xiahou Dun will have no way to escape. So I'm going to have to deal with the enemy officers first, and then work my way and deal with Guan Ping, who, if he's actually left.
They're strong. We must be cautious.
And unfortunately, we've ran into some unfortunate circumstances. So Song is going to try to take advantage of the fact that Xiahou Dun is isolated. Sorry about that, I'm getting a little too excited here, folks. But yeah, I was a little bit too weak for this. I should have just at least boosted my stats up a little bit more before I did this. More importantly, I truly should have at least attempted to gain like a better version of the equipment that I had. Unfortunately, that would mean I had to play on a harder difficulty, which unfortunately I'm not strong enough to do. You have to actually pick up items left and right in order for it to actually get strong enough. And just as Guan Ping is about to be swift and go after Xiahou Dun, guess what? I think Guan Ping dies somewhere around here. I captured the base, and I think I may have killed Liu Feng. Oh yeah, he's actually in Romance a traitor, when in reality he ends up dying before this battle even happens. Well, Liu Feng drops a +8 at least.
Here I am, everyone.
Oh, thank God for Xu Huang. I am so glad to see him. And now the morale is starting to go up. And Xu Huang is going after Ma Liang. That's all well and good, that's fine and dandy, but... Oh, excuse me. Oh wait, he's going after Guan Ping as well. Let's go after Guan Ping and finally put an end to him. That is, if I can. But first, let's deal with this guy. He's sending troops over to our side of the woods, and we can't have that. So let's try to eliminate him as quickly as humanly possible.
It's over already.
The enemy cringes
So
in fear
Soul
before
Song
Feng
is
Day.
dead. Or Zhou Song, however you want to pronounce that. It don't matter. He's dead. So, what else needs to be done? We just need to take care of Guan Ping now, since he went there and caused this flood attack. Which, by the way, we're only taking leftovers. Wait, he's eliminating a lot of people here. Jesus Christ, Eugene. See, that's what I want. A very competent AI who can hold their own. And more importantly, I would rather have competent AI that can back me up instead of watching me get my ass whipped. Oh shit, he actually did it. He eliminated Guan Ping. I was going to get my revenge, but apparently he did it for me. Okay. And Meng is still in the vicinity too. For the record, those who don't know who Meng is, this man joins sides more than... He's pretty much the Benedict Arnold of Dynasty Warriors. And believe it or not, in Dynasty Warriors 6, there's a hidden loyalty value, and Meng is actually more loyal than Liu Bei. How is that even possible? I'm confused. How is Meng more loyal than Liu Bei, considering the fact that he has pretty much switched sides between Wei and Shu throughout the course of the later Three Kingdoms period? Pretty sure Sima Yi took care of him, but still. The dude just keeps defecting. Over and over and over again. And then it will catch me by surprise that, oh shit, Guan Ping is gone, and they're down to 4 guys. Oh, did I say 4 guys? Guess what? Even if you take out the floodgate, surprise, surprise! Guan Yu is going to have some reinforcements in the form of Zhang Fei. So, if you thought this wasn't already hard, it will be when Zhang Fei joins the fight. And more importantly, Wu will join the fight as well. So I figured, screw it, I'll just go and find some items, and if need be, find some Musou, so that way I'll have some more Musou on hand, and at least I'll be able to do some damage. It dawns on me that somewhere along the line, that Guan Ping has been slaughtered. Now see, if I was trying to gun for a ultimate weapon, which is level 4, I would have failed miserably. Oh, and speaking of failing miserably, I happened to heard from a little birdie, i.e. Dynasty Heroes, about the new Samurai Warriors 5 game that's been announced. They're going the same route as Dynasty Warriors 6. Oh yeah, there's their Wu reinforcements, by the way, but let me just make this perfectly clear before I continue on with the mission. While yes, Spirit of Sanada, I haven't played it yet, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. Of course it's going to be great. It's something that has to do with the Sanada family, specifically Yukimura, because he's the most famous of the bunch. And the fact of their backstory being like an entire chapter from beginning all the way to Sekigahara, which is where both Sanadas ended up dying. And unfortunately, they never got that brotherly clash because one guy was killed by Mitsunari and the other one was killed by... Actually, no, I think he was killed by Tokugawa. That's what... No, it was Mitsunari. I was right. One was killed by Mitsunari. The other one was killed by Echizen by the Shimatsu family. So therefore, they never got that brotherly clash. So... Koei, in her infinite wisdom, thought that since Spirit of Sanada did so well, they could go back to the roots and pretty much dock half of the characters. Change up the formula to where the 27 characters that will be there will grow up from the young selves to the old selves that we all know and love, and some characters will be completely 8/6'd. Even worse, oh yeah, Ma Liang's been eliminated. Even worse, there may be some characters that people love that will be gone. Specifically, all fingers are going to be pointing to Naotara. Now, I don't know how many people feel about Naotara. I gotta say that she's not that bad of a character. And this is coming from somebody who actually plays Dead or Alive 5 and also has Samurai Warriors 4 Empires, so she really isn't that bad of a character. And Samurai Warriors 4 Empires really wasn't that bad of a game. By the way, there's Zhang Fei and his reinforcements. But the point of the matter is, they're going to 8-6 a good number of characters, some of which will be fictional, like Kunoichi, again, and others, that'll be 8-6, will be characters who they feel will not have an important role in the story of Sekigahara, even though Naotara actually did have an important role. Not to mention, she freaking no-selled Toyohisa's bullet to the head. I don't know how you do that, but she did. She no-selled a bullet to the head. That's all I have to say on that. But the point remaining is, the last time they did this for the sake of realism, it backfired. And more importantly, it backfired tremendously because in the crossover games, the models that they were going to use for the new games were pretty much better than the models that they used for the old games. And to make things even worse, Dynasty Warriors 6 was made after 2 crossover games, which was Warriors Orochi's 1 and 2. That's what makes things even worse, and Jiang Wei's new voice actor debuted in Warriors Orochi 1. Yet they still 8-6'd him and a good number of people. Because there was like 48 characters in this game. I think they dwindled them down to about maybe 42. Yes, they dwindled them down to 42. In Samurai Warriors, they dwindled down a lot of people from 55 all the way down to 27. So 28 characters is going to be gone. God forbid if they're going to try to go the political correct route, Naotara is going to be the first one to go, and then Koshosho. And then they'll probably get rid of other characters that Famitsu don't like. That's primarily the reason why they're doing this, because Famitsu doesn't like some of the characters they don't like. And if Famitsu's responsible for this, they can choke on a log. But the main thing is, they may still have the edit character feature, so unfortunately you may have to edit your characters that you are not going to see in the game. So maybe they'll do that, or they'll just take them out for the sake of realism and then resell them as DLC like they did all the weapons in Dynasty Warriors 9. But either way, it's going to be a train wreck. And hopefully they do not try to repeat a formula that worked for a different game for something else. Because what works for Spirit of Sanada to an extent, because for some reason the ladies didn't grow up in that game, doesn't work for Samurai Warriors 5, because they intend on doing that to every single one of them. Oh, I gotta kill that guy too. And then we'll worry about Guan Yu.
Watch and see how Meng approaches battle.
Now I know, I've been prattling on about Samurai Warriors that I haven't even focused on the game in hand. See, I'm actually caught up and try to turn the tide. Look at the morale bar. We could probably take down every last person now, say for Guan Yu. It may take about a couple of coordinated attacks, but we'll be just fine now. But it was a complete clusterfuck, because I almost got killed by Guan Ping, had to retreat because I was going to die right then and there. There was no health there. That was an actual Musou thing, and I could have just used the Musou to just save myself, but I didn't. That's basically what happened, and I went from being pretty much dead to now being at full health about to kill Guan Yu. So that's pretty much a good turnaround. But why am I talking about Samurai Warriors 5? Because I actually heard the news from Dynasty Heroes, and let's just say I see where this is going. I just hope that they don't try to resell characters to... Oh, and there's Guan Yu, by the way. They don't resell characters just to try to make profit, because they're really notorious for doing that. I mean, they're already doing that now with Dynasty Warriors 5. They've done that with Dynasty Warriors 7 Extreme Legends and Dynasty Warrior 8 Extreme Legends. So yeah, it can be a pain in the ass. Wait, no, actually, Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8, you have to buy standalone games, basically. But 9 is when they first actually started putting characters as DLC, and seeing as how that worked, sort of, they're probably going to do it with Samurai Warriors, and it's probably going to be new or returning characters that people really, really want, or at least Famitsu thinks they want. But nonetheless, we're going to be trying to get the pounding here on Guan Yu, because we need to.
Your skills are impressive. Though I have failed as a warrior, this is a glorious end. Farewell, and thank you.
Yeah, I talked too much about Samurai Warriors 5, and pretty much ignored the gameplay here, but primarily I was going to win that, because, let's face it, I wasn't going to die. As you can clearly see.
We defeated Guan Yu. I had no particular grudge against him, but it is the duty of a warrior to defeat his opponent, no matter how great a hero he may be. I owe it to all of you that I was able to answer the call at that instant. With this, we have managed to remove yet another obstacle in our Lord's path. I shall continue to serve loyally and fulfill my duties until an end is brought to this chaos.
Now, the reason why I didn't talk so much about defeating Guan Yu, because the thing that you need to understand about facing off against Guan Yu, you gotta corner him, and what I did was practically corner him. I mean, it was on normal, and yeah, I'm not gonna pick that one. That's got Phil, and it doesn't have a evolution stone. But the reason why I went to so much trouble to talk about this and not talk about the battle with Guan Yu, you just gotta corner the guy, you gotta beat him down, and more importantly, if you have anybody left on your side, they'll join in on beating him up with you. So at least I mitigated the damage to where nobody died on my end. However, the fact that I didn't get to kill Guan Ping, it definitely hurts. And it hurts more than not being able to kill a majority of the officers. I definitely could have used all those power-ups. I really could have. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the ending for Pang De.
It was during the final days of the year 200 AD when the Han Dynasty saw its end. Its demise ushered in a new era of chaos, brought on by several regional lords vying to rule China. There were those who sought absolute power, as well as those who fought for justice, and some simply fought for the sake of their beliefs. Many would rise and fall in their attempts to dominate the land. Pang De, from the land of Nan-An, a warrior who excelled at all levels of martial arts, he was quickly appointed as an official at his county office. He became well known for his prowess during the Yellow Turban Rebellion while serving Ma Teng. He accompanied Ma Chao following the death of Ma Teng. When Cao Cao moved to expand his territory after conquering the Central Plains, the two, along with their new allies in Guanzhong, went to stop him at Tong Gate. Cao Cao was impressed with the way Pang De fared against his powerful warriors. Having no place to go after the battle, Pang De surrendered to a welcoming Cao Cao. Because his friend Ma Chao joined Shu, many of the Wei officers distrusted Pang De. He had to earn their trust over time with his valor in battle. Following Cao Ren's orders, Pang De went to Fan Castle and engaged Guan Yu. He fought Guan Yu with everything he had, willing to give up his life if necessary. His valiant efforts eventually defeated Guan Yu and led Wei to victory. Not a single man doubted Pang De's loyalty any longer. He had become a distinguished warrior of Wei. He and his son, Pang Hui, fought and contributed to the greatness of Wei. These tales, passed on for generations, have endured the tests of time and live on even today.
Even though canonically he actually died in that battle, just saying. But folks, that's it. And those are the results, and we can go straight to the ending.
Xing is ours. The rest will soon follow. All that's left is Wu and Shu. Pang De, your strength is just what I need to carry out my plan.
As you wish, my blade exists only to serve on the field of battle. I am led only by the tip of my trusted blade.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Pang De's playthrough. From here on in, we're going to be going into free mode and taking care of all the battles we have not fought. So that's about 28 more battles to go. Not that much. Not as big as Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, that's for sure. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.